right, folks. So we've got something important to talk about here about Joe Biden. So there's a climate change town hall that's happening. I don't know if it's over yet or if it's still going on at the time of recording or when you're seeing this. But basically what happened is that people were talking about how Joe Biden, the day after this climate town hall, he's actually going to be doing a fundraiser with a oil executive, okay? A fossil fuel executive. So, people were talking about that. Obviously, that's problematic if you're going on a climate debate talking about how you're going to fight for climate change, and then you're corrupting yourself by taking money from, fossil fuel executives. Those are two conflicts of interest, and therefore, I don't trust you. And not just that, Joe Biden's been taking this corporate money for a long time. He opened I believe the opening of his campaign was a fundraiser with the Comcast CEO, I believe it was. So this guy's just out and out a sellout, 100%. So someone asked him this question, and he called him out. So let's hear this.
I have to ask, how can we trust you to hold these corporations and executives accountable for their crimes against humanity when we know that tomorrow you are holding a high-dollar fundraiser hosted by Andrew Goldman, a fossil fuel executive?
He's not a fossil fuel executive, I'm told. He is not a fossil fuel executive. And the fact of the matter is that what we talk about is, what are we going to do about those corporations? What have we done? And everywhere along the way, for example, I've argued and pushed for us suing those executives who are engaged in pollution, those companies who are engaged in pollution. I've never walked.
That's super hilarious, of course. So they're trying to find some sort of a loophole here. But basically what it is that this guy, whose name is Andrew Goldman, this is from The Intercept, it reads, Andrew Goldman, the co-founder of Western LNG, a natural gas production company based in Houston, Texas, is co-hosting one of two high-dollar fundraisers Biden will attend in New York on Thursday. Western's major project is a floating production facility off the northern coast of British Columbia designed to provide Canadian gas to markets in Northeast Asia. But there's more on this. It says Goldman and Biden have deep ties. Goldman served as an advisor to Biden while he was in the Senate and was the Northeast Director of Finance for Biden's 2008 campaign. He's also an executive at the investment banking firm Hildred Capital Partners. He and his partner at the firm, David Solomon, along with their wives Renee and Sarah, will host a private fundraiser for Biden at the Solomon House. Goldman also co-founded De Cordova Goldman Capital Management, which invested in natural resources and energy. So, there's just a bunch of these. It actually continues. It says, according to the company's website, Western deploys, quote, innovative floating liquefaction technology at inland locations, specifically those that have existing pipelines access to natural gas basins. The group says it's, quote, opening up markets for these resources, which are stranded behind burgeoning shale production. So as you guys can see here, basically they're trying to do like some weird loophole that he's not on the board or he's not an executive. The dude's literally a co-founder of the company. And the reason why he's obviously defending himself is because he's got deep ties with this guy from the days back when he was in the Senate, right before he ran for president in '08 and became vice president. So the truth of the matter is that we can't trust Joe Biden on climate change. Really, he doesn't care about climate change in the first place, but let's keep it real, we can't trust Joe Biden on climate change, especially when he's doing stuff like, holding this fundraiser, for example, So, obviously, you can't trust this guy, and I'm glad that he was actually called out for this. But, he's been doing this a lot. It's been a trend. As I explained to you, he opened up his campaign. His campaign opened up with a fundraiser with the Comcast CEO. So, trust me, folks, he's a corrupted politician who's not really going to fight for us. And that is why you should not vote for him.